Today, I'm gonna be ranking every single assassin skin in the game. Why? Because my finals are knocking on the door. And I want to leave you guys with one more video before I focus fully on them. I also have a quick announcement / shoutout I want to give, but we'll get to that when we get to it. I know I kinda did this in a shorts form, but honestly, I really don't like this video, so fuck it, I'ma just do it better. Now let's start with Classic Assassin. For a skin so basic and most likely inspired by something else, I really like how he looks. Black and red color scheme just works amazingly. And the fully upgraded Bloodblade is one of the best features of this thing in my opinion. Now the effects for invis are a bit outdated and the doppelganger is something else.
Why are you blue?
But the black trail on the first skill looks really solid in my opinion. It actually makes me use this skin here and there. But man, no amount of bleach can remove this redesign they gave him when the portrait came out from my eyes.
Look how they massacred my boy.
For that reason, I can't really go in higher than B. It looks really dope and the effects are decent, but that portrait is not it, chief. Death Assassin. For something so simple, it just looks really nice. Yeah, it's just a blue scarf, grey hoodie, and a skull mask, but it works really well for the cost. It also has its own dark blade effect where it goes blue, which was revolutionary back in the day, by the way. Skins didn't have these crazy effects all these years back, so it was really good. It also had its own unique effects and models for the doppelgangers, and they look really sweet. I'm gonna give it an A for looking really good, being cheap, and having its own effects. Just really solid work. All it's missing is just a blue blood blade, and it would have been perfect. Technocat. Yeah, this is just a broke version of Crux. Now, don't get me wrong, the blue streaks are nice, but there is really nothing going for the skin. It basically only has new effects for the doppelganger, and it's just an inferior version of Crux in every way. It's cheap, but when a cheaper skin has more effects than you, then there is a problem. Especially since it barely changes anything. It's not bad, but I can't really give it anything higher than a D. Ample. I actually used to rock this skin all the time when I first started out, and I even had my first ever when using it. Man, it really did not age that well. It has no new effects on its first skill, and the second skill skins are just very lazy and uninspired. The summoning effects is nice, the invis is also pretty sweet, and I do like the cape. I just can't give it anything higher than a C. It's a pretty alright skin, just not aging too well in my opinion. Gangster. More like gang trash because I like almost nothing about this thing. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit extra, but seriously, this skin just has literally nothing going for it. It looks somewhat decent, but it doesn't match its vibe. It doesn't have any dark blade effects and invis, and like, really? The bunny with the top hat doesn't have a magician invis effects? That's like the easiest ever thing. I'm not even a recolor for his dark blade. Oh, but the doppelgangers are new. They spawn from eggs. And the skins are just barely recolors of the original skin. I know it's a cheap skin, but I'm sorry, when your competition includes this guy, you just gotta go in F. Really an underwhelming skin. Mayan mask. Or is it Mayan? I don't know. For a skin that only has doppelganger effects, I really don't know why. I think it's just okay. It's pretty unique, and that's about it really. It's not like anything Assassin has, even after all these years. The doppelganger effects are not for me, but I know it has its audience. It's just a C for me. That's as high as I can go. Crimson. S tier, no questions asked. This skin was the shit back when it first came out. It was such an aggressive and well-designed skin that it stole everyone's money right away. Dark blade effects with a slash circle is so good, it makes you forget that it's technically just a recolor. I like how it also doesn't happen if you miss. It's a really good touch. The invis animation is extra but in a good way, and the shredder-ass look you get during it is very nice. And man, the doppelganger is so cool. I'm pretty sure it's the only skin that has 2 different animations for each doppelganger when it comes to summoning them, and the contrast is super solid. This is one of the only skins with no portrait that is still worth its cost in my opinion. Skeleton King.
One step forward and 2 steps back.
The skin itself looks really dope, but I feel like it's such a letdown after Crimson. I think a more red color would have fit the dark blade effects. The invis effects are decent enough, and the doppelganger is subtle in a good way. It's definitely not a good money investment in my opinion. I'm gonna give it a B just because it's completely inoffensive. It's fine, it's just that everything else around it is just much better in my opinion. Zang Beast. This is the first skin to have its own unique bloodblade, and you turn the bloodblade into a blade. Aside of that, the dark blade effects are creative. The doppelganger is there, at least it changes colors. And the invis effects are actually pretty decent. B, it's a good skin, but it's really not anything special in my opinion. Nutcracker. I don't know why, but I always crack up seeing this thing's dark blade effects. I'm not a big fan of the Nutcracker vibes, even though I do love that skin in any game it exists in. But overall, for a free skin, you get some nice dark blade effects and doppelganger. Even though the invis is a refill, it's on top of C for me. It has nice effects, but the skin itself is just not for me. King's Hand Wu Zixu. I'm really not the target audience for Chinese skins, so I don't want to be too judgmental, but outside of the spawn animations for doppelganger, there is honestly nothing that interests me here. I guess the new blood blade is good, but the skin itself just doesn't look that great in my opinion. And he definitely could have done more with his dark blade than just a recolor and some effects. You're not Crimson, bro, you can't get away with shit like that. C tier. Treachery. This right here is how to make simple work. Take note, Neon Cat. The skin itself is a simple look, but the ominous star for an eye makes it really unique. The effects are simple but clean, and have a really nice aesthetic, and the doppelgangers look similarly distinct enough that it makes them pretty decent, and the consistency and the flair of all of it make it a really solid cosmic skin, without seeming like a cheap copy of Scorpius. Bottom A for me, it's a really good skin. Man, if I had a nickel for every time a character I like in a mobile game has a Persian skin with a curved sword for a weapon, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. While this aesthetic is not for me, I can't lie, this skin kinda has it all. Good effects, good blood blades, simple yet very good. I'm gonna give it a high B just because it does the job pretty well, but it's just not for me. I'm really not into the aesthetic. Crux. Now, this is definitely going in S tier. The skin is so good I think my entire channel around him, but I don't think I'll put him over Crimson. Let's first talk about all its upsides. This was the assassin's first kid with a portrait. The effects for his dark blade is so insanely good. The first one to feel so different from any of his other skins, and man, the sound effects do a lot of heavy lifting too. It has probably the coolest double ganger spawn animations and skins in the whole game in my opinion, and the FS effects are really solid. The slash of the blood blade is also the best one in the assassin's arsenal in my opinion. Now, the problem I have with this skin is that the portrait just doesn't do the skin itself justice. Like, you had this badass Genji looking ass skin with sleek eye slits and cape and such, yet you decide to give him these oversized boots and gloves and
Look at this dude.
this big ass visor that just doesn't fit him in the slightest. I don't know what it is with assassin portraits and ruining a perfectly good skins, but here we are. Still though, it's the assassin best skin in my opinion, and if it didn't have any portrait like Crimson, I would have put it at number 1 honestly. Tears of Time skin. Honestly, this is more of Zed's type of skin. For a skin you could get for free, it's, well, if you're a fan of these fuck-ass panda images, then you put it in S tier, I'm pretty sure. For me though, I don't care. Now, speaking of Zed, quick intermission here. There is another reason I made this video, and it's to give a shout out to Zed's video and channel. He decided to start uploading speed art videos of some pieces he made with Soulknight. He's been wanting to get into the YouTube scene for a while and show his pieces to the world, and it meant the world to me and him if you guys check him out and give his videos a like and subscribe to his channel. So please check him out. Thank you. I also want to give a shout out to MC Striker, another friend of mine. He's starting out some Minecraft How to Train Dragon mod showcase videos and could also use the support. He's got a ton of really cool ideas coming on the way, so go give him a watch. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. 6-eared Dude, fuck it, it's just Wukong. It's literally just Wukong. Why? This is basically the only Chinese skin that I like, and it's all thanks to how the blood blade effects work. I love the fiery look, and the double ganger effects are pretty funny, but the dark blades effects are just boring. So I give this one a high B. It's a pretty good skin, and I do use it, but it's not for the skin itself, it's mostly just for the blood blade. Kuhako. Okay, before I say anything, why does Homie look like he's voiced by the same guy who voices Light from Death Note?
Ryuk, you should check this out.
Outside of that, man, this skin has a seriously sick walking animation. The dark blade effects is so good too, I don't know why, it reminds me of what I used to do when I was bored in GTA Vice City. The fact that he summons other summer skins for his double ganger is super cool, and the effects for the blood blade is super nice. But yeah, outside of the fact that it's a thirst trap skin, I have no complaints honestly. S tier. Scorpius. Honestly, all you need to do to show how good the skin is just look at the portrait art. Damn, it looks super cool. The effects are really good, and I love how his tail rises in his dark blade. The double gangers could probably be a bit more creative, but the second one is pretty good, so I'll let it pass. The Invis is probably my second favorite in the whole game after Crux. The effects on the blood blade are super trippy, but man, they're really good. S all the way. Lubu. I don't know why, even though this skin is technically has a transformation mechanic, it just never really clicked with me. Could be that they did as just reskin the dark blade effects for the Invis, or the fact that double ganger effect is somehow worse than some of his gem skins. But honestly, this is just kind of disappointing in general. You're competing with freaking Gemini Rogue, in my opinion the best skin in the entire game. Fight back a little. Still a pretty good skin though, and I love the blood blade effects, so I'm about it on the top of A. Sunlight Strange Tales Crimson.
It's rude enough being alive when no one wants you.
I'm sorry, but this is just pointless. I like the saturated colors a little bit, but it's really unnecessary. Yes, it is free when you buy Crimson, but just use Crimson, bro. Abyssal Submarino. All I can think of when I see this skin is Dead's struggles when he was still farming for level 5 back when that was a thing. It has probably the most low-key and almost unnoticeable dark blade effects, like god damn, what is that? The Invis effects are pretty cute, and I won't lie, and the double ganger effects are pretty sweet too. I love the infected diver suits. Overall a really strong skill, but yeah, pretty simple compared to everything else, so yeah, B. So guys, that should be about it. This is what I think of all the skins. Let me know what you think, and please check out Zed and Striker's channels, links in the description. I'm sure they'll appreciate it and you'll like what they have planned. Consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel to not miss my future uploads. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time.